Hello everybody, it's Primalism. Hope everybody's doing well. Just got off the stream with Scott Hall, went for a walk. End of the day now, and just feeling a little bit tired, a little bit exhausted now. It was a great day, got a lot done, but I just kind of wanted to make another video, kind of just giving you guys an update as to what I'm doing, what I'm eating, things I'm going through, skin health, sebum farming, showering, things like that, my plans for the future. Let's start off with my diet and acne. So I did get like a recent breakout actually. It seemed to be pretty bad, and I noticed the only real thing that had changed over the period of time that I was getting acne was that I wasn't eating liver. Literally for like the past week and a half, all I've had is like 4 ounces of liver because I completely ran out. Maybe I should have gotten more creative and tried to find some nearby, but that is really the only thing that had changed in my diet when I had started breaking out. It's that I had not had enough liver. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish that I didn't have to eat so much liver, but I do. It's not necessarily the tastiest food. You get used to it and it starts to taste better to you, but I wish I didn't have to do that. However, this seems to be the only thing that makes that big of a difference. I thought the sebum farming was maybe the reason why the skin was doing so good. I thought that not showering, not putting any soap on my skin was what was actually causing it. But literally that little stretch of time, that week and a half that I was so low on liver, only having 4 ounces of liver, just kind of showed me, nope, it's the liver. And I had this experience before. I've talked about it in previous videos. When I first started eating liver, absolutely hated it. I was sitting there crying my eyeballs out and gagging because it tasted so bad. But it was the only thing that fixed my skin. It's the only thing that works for me. I'm sure that I could go on Accutane and get similar results, but I'd also be destroying my organs. So this is like, I have to be like on natural Accutane at all times for my skin to be doing fine. And it's really not that bad right now. And I know a lot of people are gonna say who do the primal diet, don't worry about acne. Acne is just detox. It's not a bad thing, which I kind of do agree with. However, if there's a way that I can not have it, I'm gonna take that option. And eating raw liver is that option for me. Eating the raw liver is like I don't know, eating the raw liver is kind of what this whole diet is about for me. And I know that there are people who are concerned about hypervitaminosis. Do this at your own risk. I don't recommend anybody else try this. This has worked for me in the past, and it's working for me now. So I'm gonna continue to eat a lot of liver. If you're afraid of it, don't do it. If you're desperate, it works, you don't have side effects, do it. Because it works. What is the most common way that people treat acne today? The most common, most effective way that people will treat acne who can't resolve it with anything else. They hop on Accutane. What is Accutane? It's synthetic vitamin A. So if you just eat real vitamin A, it might not be, maybe it's not the healthiest thing to do long term. I don't know. I don't know the long-term effects. I'll be the guinea pig. I'll be the guinea pig. I'll be the guy who has hypervitaminosis. We'll see what happens. It's funny because I've seen people like pull out these little studies of, oh, this one guy, he got hypervitaminosis. Oh, this guy got hypervitaminosis. I can guarantee I've eaten more liver than these motherfuckers, okay? I can guarantee you I've had more liver than these people could ever eat in 10 lifetimes. I swear. So I don't believe in it, but that's just me. Okay, now that I've ranted about hypervitaminosis, raw liver, what I'm doing with my diet, also, I know I probably mentioned this in a previous video. I stopped the potatoes, stopped the cooked meat, no more salt, just 100%. My appetite is raw meat, stuff like that. So back to kind of where it was when things were going just super smooth for me. I tried a little bit of raw butter. However, I was actually breaking out during that period of time that I didn't have liver. So I didn't know. I was like, am I breaking out because of the raw butter? Or am I breaking out because I don't have the liver? I don't really know. So I just decided to, let's just eat more raw liver, cut out the butter. I still have a ton of butter in my fridge, but I'm going to eat it if for some reason, maybe I'll do like a jar a week just to see if it's potentially causing any issues. I would like to eat more butter because it is so satiating and so delicious. Also, I guess we've already kind of talked about the sebum farming thing. I did stop, I started bathing in just water again. Honestly, I just like the effect that it has on my hair. And the other thing, I have never really experienced body acne except for on my shoulders. And at a certain point of the sebum farming, I started to get little tiny zits like on my forearms and stuff. And it's just like, let's go ahead and nip this in the bud. And as soon as I started bathing in water again, just water, that sort of stuff went away. I know it's a sad day for people who don't bathe. It's a very sad day, but I'm still not using any soap right now. I'll use a little bit of soap on my hands if like they get dirty or whatever, but it's good soap. It's Frankie Tufano soap, and it's pretty good. Also, I'm getting really excited at the future. I figured out where I'm going to be living starting in August. Got a new apartment chosen, and just super excited to go and move finally. For those of you who've been following the channel for the past 4 years, you know that I've been kind of in this little shoebox apartment for a while, but I finally figured out what I want, finally figured out how to get out of this, and made it happen. But now I want to show you guys what I'm going to be eating today. I'm going to be having a pound of liver, a little bit of beef heart, and yeah, we'll just get right into it. What I was doing about 3 pounds of liver a week, and I wasn't able to do that because Frankie, he had run out of liver, so I had like 4 ounces of veal liver over the past like week and a half, which was definitely not enough, and I think it is contributes to the issues that I started to have with my skin. I am a liver cell, is my name for myself. I need lots of liver in order to have nice skin. And it is what it is. It's either this or it's Accutane. And I'm gonna go with this every day of the week. So I actually forgot that I had 2 testicles in the fridge, so I decided to get these out too. I'm not sure what I'm gonna finish of those. If I don't finish them today, I'll probably end up throwing out the rest because I'm sure that they're gonna be going bad soon. Also, we have the beef fat. I hope to be substituting this with raw butter. I just wanna make sure that I get my skin back to a baseline, just so I know what exactly I can incorporate so I don't have any issues. And then guys, to finish it all off, we're gonna have some... All right guys, so today we're gonna be enjoying this boy salad. We've got testicle, right? We've got the liver, right? We've got the heart. Actually, I don't know if I can fit both those in my mouth at the same time. Interesting combination. We're gonna give it a shot. I feel like that combination of liver and testicles is so funny. That's like a nightmare combination for most people. And my favorite organ, the heart. But yeah, guys, usually you know what we do is just eat this food, answer some of your guys' questions while I eat, and then we just kind of go on from there. What are you guys' thoughts on raw testicles? Have you tried them before? Did you find them tasty? Did you find them gross? You can see the first video that I posted eating these. I actually hated the flavor, but now it's different. Now I kind of enjoy it. It's actually really nice. It's just like a little bit salty. Aside from that flavor though, that kind of salty flavor, it really doesn't taste like much else. It's almost like drinking salt water. Very, very bland. I would say the most flavorful part of this meal has to be the liver. Liver can equally be one of the tastiest meats or also one of the most disgusting meats, depending on your taste buds, the quality of the liver, things like that. However, in my opinion, it is definitely one of the most important meats, at least in my life. Some more liver. Also, guys, right now it's currently June 7th. I'll probably post this on like June 8th. But just wanted to say that I am streaming every single day of June. So if you guys ever wanted to just like stop by, maybe if you had any suggestions for some things you wanted to see on the stream. So far, it's been so much fun. We've had quite the diversity of content on the stream so far. And it's just going to get even better. I've got some more people who I want to interview on the channel live. If you want to share your story about something, I'd be more than happy to interview you as well. This is just a very active month for me. We're getting a lot done. It's kind of hard, getting through the work day, and then making streams and stuff like that. However, I enjoy it. I can definitely see streaming becoming a big part of the channel. Definitely not something that I want to leave out anymore. So we'll just go ahead and start with the first question that I see here up at the top. It's from Teamer. He asks, would I ever eat seafood? Absolutely. I would definitely eat seafood. But the thing is, I never even think about seafood. It never even crosses my mind. Ruminant animals have everything that my body seems to crave. Is seafood insanely healthy? Absolutely. So I definitely would eat seafood if it was more reasonable. I'm going to be near a farmer's market pretty soon, so maybe they're going to have some seafood. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I get there, but I'm really excited to be moving. All these flavors complement each other so nicely in a strange way. Down South Dharma asks, how old are you, bro? I'll be 26 years old in about a month now. Primalism getting some play. Seems like a lot of you guys really liked the collaboration that I did with Brooke for some reason. So we're definitely going to be doing a lot more of those streams. Actually, tomorrow, June 8th, if you're watching this on June 8th, which I'll likely post this on June 8th, tonight, Brooke and I are going to be streaming again. We'll be doing the same Minecraft world, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. I'm not going to lie. I am already so ridiculously full off of all of this food. Oh my gosh. It's so satiating. This liver is so nutrient dense. All of it is. I'm going to try to at least finish the liver because I know that's the most important part for me. It seems like there's been almost like a shift in my comment section. Like instead of getting like questions now about things, it's mostly like just comments about things, like kind of like funny comments or observations or experiences that you guys have. Here's a techie one that's kind of cool. Vyacheslav, I don't know if I'm saying it right. There are also things called thermal pads. They're like thermal paste, but you just cut off the piece and put it on, which is much easier, and supposedly they last longer. Next time I'm building a computer, this is what I'm going to try out. He's referring to the computer video that I posted where I replaced the CPU, and he's saying that it tends to be pretty good. Basically, it's just insulation if you need more performance. And then everybody's recommending that I try better than Adventure Minecraft. But here's another question. It's, I don't have a good source to get organs. Should I eat raw grocery meat or cooked grocery organs? I would not eat any organs from the grocery store, which is what I put in the comments. Now, you should be fine to eat just like muscle meat. However, if you're going to be eating from the grocery store, you want to stay away from organs because those animals are the most toxic and you just don't want to risk it. This is so much liver and I'm so full. I might set this off to the side so I can finish it later. I don't understand why I'm so full today. I guess it's because I just sat on my ass all day, just chilled out. Don't need much food. Man, I would hate to let this liver go to waste. That's for sure. After having suffered without it for a week and a half. It's a huge piece of liver. I really miss that like high feeling that I used to get from liver. I don't really experience the effects like I used to. Now, I used to eat liver like in the morning, so it's possible that maybe on an empty stomach, it's a different story. Maybe I'd feel a lot better. But man, I really do want to incorporate dairy into my diet at some point. I want to see if I'm able to tolerate it, see if it helps. I don't know. I want to start with like kefir and butter. I've got butter right now in my fridge, so I've already bought it. I've already committed. I'm just kind of just waiting to see, waiting for the right time to incorporate it. I was just about ready to do the raw butter, and then I started breaking out. So I was like, maybe I'll wait a second just to see, maybe, because I had actually had a little bit of raw butter when I was breaking out, so I didn't know like exactly what's causing it. I don't know, it's a headache, it's a headache. Trying to figure out everything that's causing you acne is like, you can go like schizophrenic trying to find out like, okay, what's causing it? What makes it better? Stuff like that. Here's another person who said, you probably broke out because of the butter. At least that happens to me. I can't have any form of dairy. Stress and sleep deprivation is obviously bad too, though. If I think back about specifically what happened, I had actually not even had the butter yet. I hadn't even eaten the butter yet before I started breaking out. I think it's because I had been so liver deficient. That is what I think. I think that I absolutely need way more liver than the average person for some reason. I don't know why, but I think that I need a lot of liver in my diet, like almost an astronomical amount. Yeah, sleep deprivation, stress, they're horrible too. I think those definitely contribute, you know, especially with staying up all night playing video games and live streaming. Yeah, I think that like when I'm eating tons of liver, like my skin is almost invincible. Like I can do anything if I'm eating a lot of liver and it doesn't matter. Wouldn't it be nice to just be able to go back and just eat nothing but like McDonald's cheeseburgers and have beautiful skin? I'm so jealous of people like that. I'm so jealous. I wish I didn't have to go this hard, but I do. Yeah, I am full, so I'm going to set this off to the side. Yeah, guys, I had no intentions of finishing this platter of meat right now because I really didn't do anything all day. I am so full. I'm going to go ahead and set this off to the side. If I'm hungry, I might snack on this later. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to come by, we're going to be doing the live stream at about 9 p.m. Central Time. So feel free to come by, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.